Now, I don't know if you guys can see this. I've never seen this before. There is a slug, and he's coming from the ceiling of the greenhouse on a thread. Now, I first thought he was caught in a spider's web, but no, he's ever so slowly going down on his own accord, making himself a little bungee cord out of slime all the way from up there. I've never seen anything like that before. That is just completely bizarre. Part of me wants to let the little bugger go free just for the ingenious device he's used to get into my greenhouse. But yeah, I can't believe that. Crazy. Hi there. So, I haven't done a video for a bit. No basic reason behind it other than I've had a few camera issues as well, because I've mainly filmed this on my phone. And the phone's been playing up, it needed an update, and the phone was working, but basically every time I tried to shoot a video it cut out or it overheated and stuff like that. So, and I tried another camera that I've got and I wasn't getting on too well with it. So anyway, I've still been coming down the allotment doing little bits and pieces. So I thought I'd do a quick video as I've come down straight from my walking football session for physio to water my greenhouse. So bear with me and I will show you the plot. Hi there, so hope you're alright. Excuse the appearance, I do walking football as part of my physio, so I've come straight from there, so I'm a bit shattered. Anyway, so I don't know if I've covered these on videos that I've got saved at home, but I had a bit of a schoolboy error with my cucumbers. Basically, I've grown cucumbers before in the past, but it's always been plants that were given to me by my granddad, and I didn't realise that cucumbers were what's the word? I can't think of the scientific term, but basically they when they're fertilised they change, the fruit changes. So it basically, the cucumbers that you eat in the shops, which are nice and sweet and cucumber flavoured, they're unfertilised cucumbers. As soon as they get fertilised, they produce this chemical which is stupidly bitter. And it is. I had the cucumber, and it was about this size. I'll show you one now. Ta-da! So a good sized cucumber. It's about, I don't know, 10 inches, maybe. Maybe that's a man's 10 inches. I don't know. And it looked great. Chopped it open, give some to my daughter who loves cucumbers. She was like, "Daddy, it's horrible." And I was like, "It can't be horrible, it's just a normal cucumber, just growing down my allotment." And she was like, "Daddy, it's horrible." So I tried a piece and it was absolutely disgusting. It was like the bitterest thing I've ever eaten. So yeah, I thought, oh my god, what have I done? So I googled it and realised that with certain breeds of cucumber, if you haven't got the infertile ones, you have to take off the male flowers. Didn't know that. So I basically, all the little cucumbers that were on the plant at that stage, I mean, there wasn't many, there's about 4 or 5, I chopped them off, and then I composted them, and then I got the male flowers off, and I started to basically start from scratch, let the plant make cucumbers from scratch with no male flowers. And since then I've had 4 or 5 cucumbers that have been absolutely fantastic. They've been really, really nice. So yeah, so note to self, next year either go back to getting unfertilized flowers, unfertilized plants, basically plants that only produce female flowers, or take the male flowers off. And it's dead easy to spot them. There's other videos on there, you don't need to see me doing it. Basically, female flower has a tiny little cucumber behind it, and then a flower. Male flower is just a flower, so you can't go wrong. Basically, if it looks like a little baby cucumber, don't pull it off. If it doesn't look like a baby cucumber, pull it off. And it's been alright. So I've now come down today, I've got 3 more cucumbers, which should all taste scrummy. I'm going to make some salsa tonight, so I have some chilies. Woo! First chili of the year. It's really cool. I got a courgette and some other things kicking around, some spring onion. So basically, after now I've watered my greenhouse, I'm going to do a bit of shopping. So gather some things for tea tonight. Okay, I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you how I've got on. Okay, so I'll give you a quick tour. Here's the greenhouse. Everything's doing pretty well. As you've seen, I've had quite a few cucumbers and stuff. Tomatoes are doing well. I've started to cut them back now so they concentrate on fruiting. They're basically taking off some of the foliage and pinching out the top so they don't grow much taller, and fingers crossed they should be alright. Chilies are doing really well here. Again, they were the chili seeds that I saved out of just a bog standard chili from Tesco's one year. So yeah, I'll try those tonight and tell you what I think. I will leave a few of those to go red as well, but I do quite like green chilies. So yeah, greenhouse doing well. This bed here hadn't done so well. The sweet corn was the one I planted in February, and that hasn't done half as well as the stuff that was planted in May. It just goes to show there's, you're never too late to start planting, really. Don't plant things too early. Lesson learned, I know, for next year. I've started to run my hand over this just to help it pollinate. Apparently that's what you're supposed to do, because it's pollinated by air, sweet corn, so I'm told. So I'll just give that a rub. And apparently you give them a shake, but so yeah, we'll see how that goes. The courgette's down here, that one's doing really well. The rest aren't. It's just surprised me because there was a lot of horse manure and stuff sitting there. I can only imagine that the soil is getting a bit too damp because it's quite boggy soil here. Outdoor tomatoes are doing okay. Cucumbers that I put outside, the two stragglers, are growing. I've let some radishes and stuff go to seed. I want to see if I can collect some seeds from them. The butternut squash and pumpkins, I think, they're definitely butternut squash, as you see under there. And the outdoor tomatoes again, they're all doing well. I cut these out as well, let some air get to them. Hopefully, if all these butternut squash come to fruition, I should do alright. Sunflower, that's now got to be 6.5 foot. So my lettuce bed, it was just the salad and Swiss chard, the random nettle in there. And again, this mustard here, I've let that go to seed because I want to see if I can collect some seeds from it. The carrots are in there. They're doing alright actually. I thinned them out the other day and had a little feed off the thinnings. Cabbages, I'm just picking leaves as and when. This sweet corn is doing same variety as that. Doing so much better. The sage plant has definitely been saved, so I will let that get well established in there, and then I will dig that out, sort out this grass, and replant that somewhere. But at least I know it's saved now. It's not going to dry out in that pot either. The straggler beans, Mr. B doing his job. Hello, Mr. B. Bzz. Yeah, these are just stragglers. I had 2 plants left, I think, and so I just planted them there, and they've grown up the stick, and I'm quite happy with them. If I pinch out this top bit here, yeah, they shouldn't grow much more. My kale is doing great, which is good. Beans are doing really well. I've got runners at home. Running a cane. I've got runners here. I've got these French beans down here, which are really tasty. Although I'm picking them early, I will save some to go fat, but they're really tasty as they are. The winter kale and brassica bed is, well, it could be better. It's had a good bit of fertiliser put in it. I'm hoping it'll pick up. I don't know whether it's just this heat, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, it's rabbit food, and I've got a rabbit, and that'll be compost for next year, so he'll enjoy them. That's fine. Summer pumpkin is now massive. I keep covering it with the cage so it doesn't get trampled on by accident. Again, that was just planted in my pumpkin patch. All the weeds get chucked in there, as you can see. Same as that one over there. Next year that will be the pumpkin patch. Strawberry bed, we know that's got to come out. Apple tree, there's only 2 apples on there, so that hasn't done what I hoped. So maybe next year. My Japanese onions have come out now. I'm starting to dry those at home. My English onions are in there. No, some of them are starting to fall over. Got some quite good sized ones in there, and I haven't touched wood. I haven't had one go to seed yet, so that's good. Japanese ones have gone to seed, but I'm going to try and collect those seeds. Also the bees like them, so wildflowers are doing really well. You see I'm a hive of activity. The honeybee. The bees have gone, by the way. The bumblebees out of the Dalek. The hive is actually still in there. I'll get that out in the winter and have a look. African marigolds. They're a good 3 foot now. More wildflowers there, which have done really well. So I'm very happy about. The only problem is with the wildflowers, and I know it is a flower, but it's got these, and I don't like them. So I keep having to pull the heads off, because I don't want these to go to seed. So yeah, but yeah, they're really, apart from that, they're really nice. And it's, you know, you're just sitting there, and it's not a hard task just to pull those heads off, start them going to seed. Beetroot, Swiss chard, lettuce, parsnips in there as well. Poppers have died back now, but again I'm saving the seed for them. I actually might put some seed on eBay, see if I can sell it, because they've been really nice. There are the flowers. These were the straggler sunflowers, I don't know if you remember, the ones that I left out and I forgot to water for about a week, and they were all wilted and everything, and obviously they haven't performed to their best because they haven't been treated at their best, but can't grumble at that. I mean, they're eye height for me. I'm 5'9"ish, so yeah, they're like 5 foot flowers that I thought were dead, and they're going to have multiple heads on, so these should be quite nice. This one needs staking. This wind's not helping. Spinach is done now, but I've planted some more seeds at home, and that should hopefully get me through the winter. I'm also going to put some spinach in the greenhouse over the winter. Outdoor tomatoes, they're doing okay. So all in all, everything's been good. And this is my box for my veg box for today. I got beetroot, some potatoes, got some kale, got some French beans, Swiss chard, cucumbers and chilies, which you've already seen. So all in all, not bad. Hi, so quick pop down the allotment to water the greenhouse. Come down with Seth. Say hi, Seth.
Hi.
He still hasn't got the hang of that. I'll teach you one of the days.
Yeah, I've got the hang of it.
Okay, go on, say hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, everyone on YouTube.
Right, so popped down 2 days ago just to have a water. Haven't needed to water the last couple of days because it's been absolutely chucking it down, which is really good. So I will turn the camera off now, and I'll give you a bit of a tour if there's anything interesting. Alright, speak soon. Hi there, how you all doing? Just a quick video. It's the 25th of July, I think it is. I'm rubbish with dates. It's a funky looking wasp caught in the spider's web. Sorry. So yeah, it's the 25th of July. Coming down the plot. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. Nice time of day to come down actually, because it's nice and cool. It's been roasting today. We've had a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks, so it's good to have the sun back out, and the rain's done the garden good actually. It's everything's kind of had another boost for the season. Sweet corn started to pollinate now, tassels coming on it, beans are going mental, squashes are starting to fill out, beetroot being harvested. I've got more beetroot going in the ground, flowers are coming out, sunflowers are blooming. I'll give you a bit of a tour as well. I'm sure you're probably getting bored of my tours. I don't know if people are actually enjoying it or not, but as I've said before, this is mainly just my own personal diary. No delusions of gardening, fishing or metal detecting grandeur. It's just quite a nice thing to do basically, is document my hobbies and the things I do. Well, I think it's nice anyway, and I found it useful actually. I've looked back on things that I've done in things that I did in February and March, and seen the progression that the allotment's taken on and things like that. So it's been useful. It's been really good. I'm not really one for writing things down. I'm a dyslexic, so handwriting for a start, I can barely read my own at times, and also just sitting there at a desk writing or jotting in a journal, it's never going to happen. I'd much rather speak. I mean, I'm probably more comfortable speaking to a room with 100 people in it than I am actually sitting down and writing in my own diary. So yeah, just giving the me doing a little piece to camera and rabbiting on for 10 minutes, I find a lot more comfortable, oddly. So maybe I'm just a strange person like that. So yeah, I've got a few jobs to do today while I'm down here. I've got a bit of weeding to do to catch up on, and I've got to put some seeds in, direct sow them, beetroots and radishes, some more lettuce, because although my lettuce is doing really well at home, it's starting to come to the end now. Some of them are dying off, so now's about, well in fact I'm a bit late actually. I'm about 2 weeks late. I should have put some in about 2 weeks ago, and then I've had a succession, so I might end up with a bit of a lettuce drought, which doesn't bother me too much because I've been eating so much of it. I've had lettuce on everything the last few weeks. So and then for when the autumn comes, I plan on having a few lettuce plants in the greenhouse to get me through the winter, because I quite like lettuce. I think burgers, sandwiches, anything really. Just it gives boring food a bit of interest. Well, it does to me anyway. It's not the most flavorful thing. Even people who say that, like, rocket's nice and mustard and sorrel and things like that, but people go, oh, this lettuce is really nice. Most, even top chefs will say, most lettuce tastes very similar. It tastes like leaves. It's all right, but it's a lot better with a bit of salt, pepper, and some honey mustard dressing on it or something like that. And I'm sure it's the honey mustard dressing that we all enjoy, not the actual leaves themselves. But maybe that's just me. I mean, I quite regularly look at a burger and think that could do with a bit of lettuce, but I don't. Sorry, should I say? I quite regularly look at a lettuce and think that could do with a burger on top of it or a piece of ham. But I don't often look at a piece of ham or a burger and think, oh, that will make that better as a piece of lettuce. So yeah. Anyway, I will shut up now, get some jobs done, and I'll speak soon. So I've finished for the evening, and unfortunately I think I've possibly killed a frog. And things like that really get to me. I was doing some hoeing, and I'd already been through the area once gently, which is normally what I do, go through gently, make sure anything that's in there gets a chance to run away. And then once I've done that, I'll go to work on it, getting at the roots and this, that and the other, and digging it over. And as I was using the Dutch hoe and digging out a dock root, there was obviously a frog under one of the leaves, and I hit him with a hoe. I tried to get him, and he hopped off, bloody squeaking. He didn't seem to be using his front leg very much, and then he went into the cabbages, and I just couldn't find him. I've looked everywhere. In fact, I've spent about 20 minutes looking for him, and I still can't find him. I'm hoping that I haven't done any damage to him and he's going to be alright, but it really gets to me when things like that happen. It just, I don't think anyone, well, no sane person intentionally wants to inflict harm on an animal, and I try to be as organic as possible, and I suppose these things happen from time to time, but it's not very nice. And you know, part of me wanted to find him to make sure he was alright, as in like I would have checked him over, make sure his legs weren't broken, and then if they were, I suppose I would have had to have put him out of his misery, which isn't a nice thing. But I've now got this horrible feeling in my head that there's a frog about somewhere, and you know, he's suffering with a broken leg or worse, and you know, he's going to die in the night, which is, you know, it's not nice. So what was a good afternoon or evening down the allotment is now a bit of a pisser. So